Hey YouTube. So after my last video, I went over T1s versus T5s and kind of debunked that whole notion that you can just look at the power ratio, the base power ratio, and decide what the algorithm is going to be. That three T1s is equal to one T4, and it was close, but I just thought we would test it, and it's not true. That theory is not true. So what is the theory? How do you figure out the actual ratio of T1s versus T5s? And that is the question. So after much testing today privately, because it took hours, I came up with what I'm going to call the WWM Power Ratio. And what I did with this is I created right here, I lost 742 troops, T1s, versus 1,000 T1 troops. So my opponent was almost exactly equal to me. I think it's like 93% ratio equal to power, and that's what I wanted. I wanted somebody that was as close to me in power as possible. So then I just did trial and just brute force this, kind of guess where things were at, attacked with T2s until I got to about the same ratio. And then I did the same thing with T3s, T4s, and T5s. And these are the ratios, my WWN power ratios for each one of the troops. So I feel very confident in saying that if you are playing against somebody who is, 8% stronger than you are, you need 7 T1 troops to equal 1 T5, and so on and so forth. So it's 5 T4, 3.5 T3, 2.19 T2 troops. But then after having this ratio, you can figure out everything. You can figure out the most cost-effective, beneficial for your defense, for your kingdom. So I took all these numbers, my power ratio, and I plugged it in over here with all the tier troops. And I did a cost analysis on resources, and this is pretty crazy. Your benefit, your cost to benefit for T1 troops is only 1.9, but it costs 2.9. But then it just gets worse and worse. You get all the way up to 18 times the amount of resources it costs versus troop build. And then it's obviously the first three are the same, but this is the killer right here. T5 scouts, man, through the roof. 28 times, and they're only 7 times better than T1, but they're going to cost you 28 times as much resources. And I plugged in all the resources as the same because really, if you look at this, the silver cost of T5 scouts is ridiculous. I have 1 million, so it costs me 900 million silver to create my 1 million T5 scouts. Now, I'm going to say that defensively or offensively, T5s are still going to be your best bet. You need your T5s to attack. They're going to create because you only can have so many troops to attack with. Having the T5s to attack is beneficial. But is it beneficial beyond that? If you're defensively playing and you're waiting for those onslaughts or those big attacks, what is the most cost-effective way to create the best defense? And there's tons of ways to look at this. Everybody's going to be individual how they actually are in this. I just did a very quick analysis of gold compensation. If you were going to buy the packs outright and you weren't going to buy the boost packs, if you go to the 3-day, you can see that the cost benefit for power, and this is mainly my power ratio, it does get better as you go down. If you can get this to technically 3 days, and that's why I ended up doing, I broke down and I have 2 barracks just so I could hit that 3-day on my T5s. So I have a 26 right here, and then I have a 22 as well. And I wasn't worried about maxing out my 22 because, like I said, I just wanted that 3-day boost. And if you look, my total troops that I can build is 11,625. So all the numbers here are also based off of me. Everybody's going to be a little different, but you can use the same concept to figure out the best cost ratio. The higher you go up, so 3 days are kind of the pinnacle, but if you could even go up to 7 days, those are going to be your most gold, gold to power ratio benefit. But you are going to lose a lot of resources, so it's a give and take. If you have a lot of resources, and you're worried more about gold, then it's better to go up the higher T's, to the T5s or T4s. If you don't have a lot of resources and you just want to build things for time, T1s are going to be your best bet. If you are not auto-completing these, the power ratio of these for resources is way better on T1s. Now, I cap out at 8 hours, so you would have to do this every 8 hours. I figure, so everything is kind of taken with a grain of salt of what you think is best. I know this is a short video. I swear to you, it probably took me 8 hours today to figure out this little stupid ratio, and I can't recreate it because it had to be so perfect. Like, and adding one extra troop when you attacked with 1,000 made the difference. So it was very tight, and I ended up putting a 7-day skin on. So with that 7-day skin, I don't want to just take it off because it's the dragon skin. I could cancel it to show you, but just take my word for it. This ratio is legit. Everybody should be able to recreate this if they do the exact same thing of attacking and trying to get above 700 on each attack and then repeating that. So, hey, thanks for watching my little video here. If you want a copy of this spreadsheet, I just need a Gmail. Just send it to me through the Line app or through the message below. If you like what you see, hit the subscribe button. It means a lot. Give me a thumbs up. If you don't disagree with my numbers, give me a comment below. Or if you have an idea of something I can do, just let me know. I'd love to hear about it. Thanks for everybody that writes me in game. I appreciate it. I don't live for the kudos, but I appreciate the kudos, and it's a very sincere thank you to everybody who does that for me. More high quality content to come. I'm gonna get Brecknar back on. He's a little more fun than I am. I kind of end up doing this little tedious stuff, but he's more fun. All right, thank you all, and I'll see you on the other side.